I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are
Two Paper Girls. We're back with another Top 5 Wednesday. We missed last week because it was all about it's about authors you want to meet and book expos, but we weren't really feeling that topic and we wanted to put up our May TBR, but we're back this week with the Top 5 characters you are most like.
We found this really difficult because you don't know whether to be like really hard on yourself or like then give you like self-credit, because it actually says in the description, like on Goodreads, don't pick the characters that you want to be like, pick characters that you think you are like, and then you pick characters that you think you like and you're like, oh, I'm picking them for all the bad reasons. But they're really good characters in the end.
Yeah, I think this was also difficult because books tend to have really interesting characters and I don't feel like I'm a very interesting person. I feel like I'm very normal, average, like most of my characteristic traits aren't really something that, I mean, there probably are in books that I'm not remembering, but the kind of when I look at like my shelves for ideas and I see the Hunger Games, I'm like, am I like Katniss? And I'm like, no. So this one was quite difficult, but we've got 5 answers each anyway, so let's just get into it.
I'm not ordering mine because they're all a bit loosely related, but the first one is, I'm going to say the first one first because it's not that much of a character. If you've read All My Friends Are Superheroes, it's one of the superheroes that isn't actually in the story, it's just like an add-on. It's the Stress Bunny. She throws the best parties because she absorbs everyone else's stress so they can just really relax and have fun. And like on my 18th birthday, the example of this was that everyone didn't think I could throw a good party because I'm a bit of a square. And then everyone really enjoyed themselves and they all got proven wrong. And I probably had the worst time out of everybody, which is Stress Bunny.
Oh. I am going to order mine to like least like me to most like me because I feel like a couple of mine are very loose connections, especially number 5, which is Aza Ray from Magonia. My only loose connection to this weird bird character is the fact that she's really in love with her best friend. Not you, I'm sorry. But she's really in love with her best friend who's really dorky and like, he's like not a typical boy love interest. He's like really dorky and loves computers, and he just reminded me of my boyfriend Robin. So I thought I'm very in love with my little nerdy computer dork. So that's my number 5. My
second character that I think I'm a little bit like is Astrid from the Gone series. She is really in love with Sam, but she's all standoffish and she thinks she's all smart, and then everything goes a bit wrong, and then she's a bit of a coward in the dome, but then she turns out to be a really badass character, and she really wants to look after little Pete, her little brother who's autistic, but she doesn't know how to deal with it. And I think I'm pretty much like that. I think I like know what I'm doing, and then I'll have a moment of I don't know what I'm doing, and but she's really nice and Sam really likes her, and I just like her as a character, but when I'm reading about her, I absolutely can't stand her, so I'm just like, I hate her because she's a bit like me. So there, her.
My number 4 is another loose one. I'm going to say Kath from Fangirl, which I'm obviously not loads like, else Amy would hate me. And I don't think I have like as much of the social anxiety and stuff she does, but I'm definitely a worrier like she is. Like the way she's constantly worried about her sister and her dad and stuff, I think I am kind of like that. I'm constantly kind of like, I hope mum and dad are okay at home. And also she's a fangirl, which I can definitely sympathise with. You don't really read that in books very much. So her obsession with the Harry Potter style thing, I'm not quite the level, like I don't write fan fiction, but it was nice to read a character that you can kind of sympathise in terms of that level of nerdiness. So yeah, I think I have that trait. My
next character that I think I'm a bit like is Bruce Banner, because he's all nerdy and then he just turns into a massive angry monster. And I have often had fits of rage, but I'm secretly always angry. I just suppress it with this happy face. He should have probably been my number 1 actually. The more I'm thinking about him, the more like, yeah, because he really likes Tony, doesn't he? But then he's like, Tony, you idiot. And I'm like that with everyone. I'm just like, oh, I love you, you're an idiot. And that's generally my personality, and I love him.
My number 3 choice is Ray Earl from My Mad Fat Diary, which is actually like a real diary from a real person, but I'm still casting her as a character. Because she really loves music and she really loves food, and I can sympathise with both those things, and she definitely like struggles with her weight, and I am no way to the extreme she does, because she has like depression from it and everything, but you know, I do struggle to not eat the chocolate all the time. And I just think she's a very, well, because it was someone's diary, it was just a very realistic like character to connect to. So I think I could see definitely some similarities between us.
My next character is Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones. More Sansa from the TV series because I've only read the first book. But I guess in the first book I'm kind of like Sansa too. She's a bit... I guess she's probably a little bit more stuck up than I am. She's mean to Arya, and I don't think I'd be mean to Arya. But she's quite led astray. Like, she wants to be dead girly, and she doesn't really want to be all fighty like Arya is. I'd be like, nah. But saying that does contradict my Hawk one. Sometimes I want to have a machete. Like, I really wanted to say Michonne from The Walking Dead, but that's not who I'm like. I'm like Sansa, who's just a bit like, she likes to please everyone. She's a pleaser. That's what I like to be like, and also I like dressing up nice. So that's quite a loose, tenuous one.
My number 2 is probably going to be on most people's list, and that is Hermione from Harry Potter. Because she's not my number 1 because I'm not super like her, because I'm not brave or like top of the class or anything, or bossy, but I do think I've definitely got that kind of like academic nervousness, like the way she makes revision timetables and gets really stressed, like definitely like me. And also just her book nerdiness, and I think she's quite like a good supportive friend, which I like to think I am, and I can definitely just sympathise with her kind of nerdy qualities, not her brave like badass thing, because I just think I'm going to say it'd be like Neville, he's super brave as well. I'm just not brave at all. But yeah, definitely Hermione's nerdiness.
My last one is Bilbo Baggins, but not Bilbo from the entire Hobbit. Bilbo in the first 10 minutes, or like the first 100 pages of the book, when he's just like a bit of a grump, and he doesn't like people calling him round for tea, and he likes to have his hobbit hole exactly as it is, and if anyone messes it up, then he wants to kill. But then they're like, come on an adventure, and then he's like, no. But then like they have really cute Shetland ponies, and then he actually changes his mind and goes on the adventure, and I like to think that, I think that's what I'm like. I'm like, no. But then someone goes, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do it too. So yeah, I think I'm like Bilbo, and also I like food and smoking my pipe. I'm kidding.
My number 1 is also from Middle-earth, and I think I'm most like Samwise Gamgee. When I was looking through my Goodreads, I just thought, I think of Frodo, I was like, God, no way like Frodo. But Sam, he loves potatoes, and he just wants to live in the country with his family and have a really nice life. Not go on adventures, just like be nice and peaceful and eat a lot and just like have his friends close. And I think that's definitely me. Like, I just want to move to the Lake District, read my books, eat potatoes, and just have a nice quiet life. So yeah, I definitely sympathise with Samwise Gamgee, but luckily I do like him. So that's good.
So those are the characters we are most like, we think.
In our opinion.
Let us know down below if we've got it right or wrong, or if you know any characters that you think are like us. It'd be cute to know all your opinions. Don't worry about offending me. I said I'm like the Hawk. So it's fine. I know I've got my flaws. But also I've got good points. Everything's great.
And we'll see you on the next Top 5 Wednesday.
Bye!